Hey guys, how's it going? And welcome to Eduardo Lardo Plays again. It's been 6.5 months now since I've got the Hyundai Ioniq 5, and you know what? It's been a great pleasure, and it's been great driving the car. Everyone asks about it, and it's been great. But there are some pet peeves that I have with the car, and these are very minor things. I don't think they're deal breakers to me especially, but I think because Reddit or other posts always praise the car, I think it's good for someone to have the perspective of the disadvantages for prospective buyers. Here's a list of my pet peeves. I wonder if it's the same as yours, so let's check it out. So what are they? So the first thing is, if I walk close to the car, it will auto unlock. Great. Close the door. Now, one pet peeve I have is that it will not auto lock. Look at that. So I walked away from the car and it's not auto locking. So it's kind of a pet peeve for me because I've actually forgotten to lock the door a couple of times in not so nice neighborhoods in the city. So it was a little dangerous because once it's unlocked, you see the handles are out, so you do see that it's definitely unlocked. So another pet peeve, and I think a lot of people already have this as well, no rear windshield wiper here. So you can see, I'm not sure you can see it clearly, there's a little bit of dust. So it's actually not that bad for visibility currently. However, when the worst case is when it is light rain. So when it rains really light, it's really hard to see at the back. Deal breaker, not really. Wish I had it, yes, 100%. I can still see. I mean, if you think about it, the old cars from the 90s or 80s never had rear windshield wipers anyways. So that's one thing. So another thing I have a pet peeve about is, now if you want to, let's say for example, so now I open my trunks, and say I open my trunk and I want to fold down my seats. Now, I don't know if it's a SUV thing, but the sedans I've driven, there's always a quick release here. So it's always nice to just be in the back. I realize I need the space, quick release, fold down, boom, fold down both sides. So it's kind of annoying, but it's also a blessing at the same time because now you have to pull this trigger, this handle, to fold down the seats. Now, I understand because this exists, the seats can actually recline when you have passengers. So that's, again, just one pet peeve I have. Not a deal breaker again. So another thing I have, and not sure if this is because of my trim, or if it's because of just the Hyundai thing in general. So, as you can see, this is the, I can't really see it clear, it's a little bright today, but that's the the front wipers. Now the front wipers, what's wrong with the front wipers is I think they should have at least some sort of rain sensor or some sort of speed sensor for the wipers. So if you put it on interval, it actually just does the interval. It doesn't go to low or high depending on the rain or your speed. So that's a little pet peeve of mine. And then lastly, it's not really a big deal, really. Let me turn on the car. Now, I've been used to doing, as you know, I've driven a Honda previously. So whenever I go to the climate or I go to another menu, it'll stay there for a while and then it'll go back to something useful like, let's say, media or the map. Now, as you can see, I press climate and it's still staying on climate. Once I finish my, essentially once I finish my climate settings, there's no reason for me to stay on here. So yeah, I don't know why it doesn't go back to something useful like the map or the default media. Tiny pet peeve, deal breaker, no. So yeah, so those are kind of the disadvantages and pet peeves I have about the car. Again, I've driven it almost 6,000 kilometers now. It's 6.5 months. So yeah, let me know if that is the same pet peeve as yours, or if anything is, I'm missing anything, or this is just a stupid list. Is this a deal breaker for you? So let me know, and let me know what you think. This is the rear wheel drive preferred trim from Canada, which is the equivalent of something between like the SE and the SEL in the States. So again, thanks for watching Eduardo Lardo Plays, and hope to hear from you guys soon. Thank you.